All right, so welcome to the fourth episode. Congratulations of the podcast about nothing. We appreciate everybody checking in. Be sure to leave a comment, let us know how we can do better. And so it's going to be the same format as it's always been, whatever we want to talk about.
Yep.
And then finish it out with hot topics.
Okay.
So that's pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling today?
I'm excited to get to doing it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know we're a couple days late, so whoever waited around, you are amazing.
Yeah.
And we won't do this to you again, I promise.
No, this week it's been a little bit busy.
It's been pretty hectic.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff going on in our lives, but I always tell people that it's nothing bad and it's everything that we wanted. We're just learning how to manage it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a cool quote that's like that I think I told you, but it's not about getting through the storm as fast as you can, but dancing in the rain. So
yeah,
definitely learning to dance in the rain, with everything we have going on. So
no, we spent a lot of time kind of like the mind frame of like, oh, just got to make it through this week.
Yeah,
just make it through this week.
Yeah. That survival mindset so much, and like I'm so guilty that I can get caught up in it, but I'm not perfect, but I've been constantly reminding myself to just kind of slow down and enjoy where we're at.
Yeah.
But,
me too.
All right. So with that being said, what do you want to talk about this week?
Well, this week we had the kids started state testing at school. I know Nora was nervous. They started with like reading.
Yeah.
I think this last week. It was her first, this is her first year doing state testing. So she was pretty nervous about that.
She's been talking about it for like 2 weeks straight.
Yeah.
All right. So straight to the point, right?
Okay.
I've heard somewhere that state testing really doesn't matter to that kid in general. What it is, it's like they do this, every school does this testing to, check out like what percentile that school is on. It's like as far as the smartness deal. So like I heard that it's not a pass or fail, but the schools are pressing it because the higher the scores that they get, like maybe more funding.
Yep.
Or something like that. So,
yeah. The only one that really matters, quote unquote, is the reading.
Yeah.
So they have to score a certain amount on the reading once they get to a certain grade.
Okay.
I'm not sure what grade that is, but they have to pass the state reading test. And then I know like 8th grade, I think it is, you have to pass your 8th grade reading test in order to get your permit and your license.
Oh.
That's changed within the last few years though, but majority of it is like dependent on it. It's kind of showing how well the teachers have taught, therefore how much funding that school gets.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't really like that the schools will kind of use, just from my experience, kind of scare tactics.
Yeah. I mean, but like I said, Nora's been talking about it for a whole, 2 maybe even 3 weeks straight, stressing about this test. So, I mean, it's not like I'm going to tell her, oh, baby, that test don't matter, so don't stress about
yeah.
it.
No, same.
But, I just encourage her and tell her that she's going to do great, and just try not to worry about it because Nora's academically is one of our best kids, so I feel like she's going to do great.
Yeah.
So.
No, in the mornings I was just telling her, I was like, take your time, just reread your question if you have to. I was like, these are things you already taught, so just show them that, that you remember it. She was kind of like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Facts.
I was like, no big deal. Just go in there and do what you can.
Facts.
Yeah.
All right. So anything else about that testing?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Well, I do want to talk about, I did say something on Facebook about like the music that I was doing and how I was going to talk about it some on this podcast. So So if it's okay, can I sneak in?
Of course. Yeah.
All right. So I guess Well, shit. Now that we made it to this segment, it's kind of hard. Like I really don't know where to start. But
well, just I mean, you kind of started getting into it. What was it? It was a little bit after. It was either a little bit before or a little bit after Kai was born.
Yeah,
I remember that.
It was a little bit. I think it was. I think you were pregnant with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was probably like a little bit before, and it was more of like a means of income.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like first of all, it's something that I've always, like done in my room. But as far as like opening it up to the public, or just putting my name out there,
Yeah.
just getting a start, like I think it was around that time that I did it, and I would be doing that for free, but I just found out people started paying for this, so
Mm-hmm.
then I had a family to feed, and it just started to kind of grow. Um, I didn't really think it would take off like that. It's just purely a passion deal, man. And whenever you're creating something, like whenever you have art, you're so scared to show it to other people because you don't know like how they're going to perceive it
Mm.
or how they're going to take it. So I've always had that shyness, like when it comes to that.
Well, that's a whole nother level of like vulnerability because
Yeah.
it's your vision or your idea,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my music is like truly how I feel in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how people are going to perceive it. So I'm always nervous about that. But I think I did the first video like self-made, self-paid. And I think a lot of people started to notice me, like people in my city and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I started realizing I had to change the way I dress whenever I go to the store because a lot of people would know who I am or people would just have a conversation. So I used to slide to like the store, like pop and go all busted and stuff, like,
Yeah.
but now I make sure my hands ain't ashy, like, cause people are gonna know me and stuff. But that song really took off. And I think, just like I said, a lot of that, a lot of my music explains how I feel in the moment. Self-made, self-paid was exactly that. I feel like we were kind of standing on our own too,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of making it in life. And the fact that I could have my family in it and just kind of make it a big deal. And that kind of landed me my first sponsorship.
Yeah.
And I was the first person ever in my city to do that. And I was really proud of that. I am really proud of that still.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still not like a common deal, but that kind of set off a chain reaction to pump out more music and like more visuals to where we can make more money. Because the end goal in mind for me was like, oh man, I'm going to be rich and famous. I'm going to make it to Hollywood. To be honest with you, I just saw the money coming in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, I just want to keep doing this. Somebody's funding what I love to do. I just want to keep doing it. And hindsight 2020, I wish I would have been a little bit smarter and invested money and stuff like that. But I got to have that experience, and I'm super thankful for that. But that's kind of how I got started in music.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for it?
Did you think that okay, so like every time, you've done a video, we kind of have like an influx of, people hitting you up or asking questions or booking sessions, because it kind of piques that curiosity or kind of motivates, others to get in here and get to work and stuff. But did you expect that? Like the way that it's influenced other people?
I did, but I didn't.
Yeah.
All right. I did in the sense that I knew that hip hop is a competitive sport. So once I put myself out there, that a lot of people would want to like compete.
Yep.
But what I didn't expect was just a positive influence that I had on my city and my community. So yeah, it's kind of two-sided, like I did and I didn't.
Right. Yeah.
I always tell myself like, man, I think I'm done. And then I'll come up with this idea and I'm like back in.
Mm-hmm.
But
I feel like it's your best outlet of self-expression though.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
even if it's something that nobody else ever hears, it's at least a space where you can just get something off your mind. You know,
Yeah.
yeah,
I love it so much. Just having a space where I can just come in and create. You have no idea like how much that means to me. You
yeah,
know, some people have a workshop where they can go in and build beautiful things. You know, some people have a garage where they can go in and work on cars. And you know, like this is me. You know, like this
hmm
is what I do. And I think I'm at that age now to where I just kind of accept it. And
that's that Aquarius in you.
yeah,
Yeah,
but you know, like there was a self consciousness to it too because I didn't want. You know, we're from a small town and I didn't
yeah,
want people to judge me because whenever you come from small towns, you know, and you stand out and you're different, people kind of look at you like you're crazy.
yeah.
But I'm super blessed that um, this whole thing has been positive. So, um, without wasting too much time on it, I do want to say that um, I have a top 5 of the artists that I work with.
Okay, okay,
Or the artists here in Muskogee. And it's going to be really controversial because these list things are crazy.
right.
But I do want to say that um, this and it's hard coming from me because whenever you ask any artist who their top 5 is, their first answer is going to be, well, me, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to completely remove myself from this, which is really hard.
I think it's fair.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's fair. And I'm not going to do it like based off likes or anything like that. It's just like how I feel personally. And it's either somebody that I've worked with or produced. Okay, so,
Okay.
all right, top 5. Here it goes. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared.
Just do it. Put it
All
out
right,
there.
Groove. Yeah, that's number 1.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to have to go Cody Lane.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's special. Cody's always like his music is always going to be special because I'm a part of it,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I mean, outside of me being a part of it, it's just fucking amazing. You know, like how he kind of got the city riled up.
Mm-hmm. He
And,
stays catchy too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. So number 3, I'm gonna go Little Rick.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he's been around for so long in the game, a lot of people respect him. You know, like I still remember being in college, or I still remember being in high school, and you know, like bumping this CD. Like I think everybody in my culture growing up had a Little Rick CD.
Yeah.
So, and my 4th, Jesus Christ. Oh man, 4th is tough.
Yeah.
All right, so 4th, let's go with um oh, I gotta go with Netta.
I knew it. Yeah.
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 I gotta go with Netta.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to all the female artists just popping right now. But she is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, talented, and it's not just hip hop too. She does pop, and the way that she can genre bend and you know still be good at music, it has to account for something.
She's her sound and her talent is so flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Super.
Yeah.
And all right, so that's my 4. I feel pretty solid about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then my number 5. All right, so number 5, I'm gonna allocate that and get that to a younger artist that's coming up.
Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna say the younger artists that I like that I've worked with is I'm gonna have to say Tremal Porter, and I know that's going to be controversial, but I think the guy is super talented. Um, I feel like he's amazing at what he does. He doesn't write his lyrics; he just come in here, and the kid has been through so much that it kind of bleeds through in his music.
Mm.
And when you're a producer and you work on so many songs, and it's just a treat whenever you get an artist to where you can just plug them in and they just go. You know,
Yeah.
It makes those sessions really fun. So, yeah, that's my top 5.
That's solid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's toss it back to you.
Okay.
And then let's go to hot topics after that.
Okay. So I have something a little silly.
All right.
That I thought about the other day that really had me giggling to myself. So there's such a difference in culturally the way that when someone is upset, the way they express themselves, like sayings, hand gestures. You know what I'm saying? Like when someone is really just like struck a nerve or pissed somebody off or, caught, catching an attitude, like different races, different cultures will just off the rip, just subconsciously react differently.
Yeah.
Okay. But I can't help but think it's funny the way that older white people react when they get mad. Okay. Follow me here. So I've come up with just a little short list of pissed off white people sayings.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So, it's an older man, say probably like 60.
Okay.
Okay. White man.
Right.
And somebody's kind of, ruffling his little feathers. He gonna hit him with that news flash, buddy.
Hey, mister. Newsflash.
Newsflash. You got it all wrong. That one made me laugh.
I like it.
The next one is I've had it up to here.
Oh yeah.
And depending on how tall the person is, up to here can be that's their field. That's it. No more.
Facts.
You're not getting away with this because you're about to be cruising for a bruising.
Yeah, facts.
I can't.
Cruising for a bruising.
Okay, and my favorite one, because I feel like this is, well, let me say two. I got two.
All right, talk to me.
I don't give a rat's ass.
All right, so that can kind of be used across culture.
It can, but out of all the animals, a rat's ass?
Yeah, facts.
That's pretty disrespectful. And then I think my all-time favorite one is they said, "Oh, well, that's real rich coming from you."
That's real rich.
Yeah. So
or
I don't
bless your heart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And if we're trying to keep it a little classy, like clinging to like just a little bit classy. Oh, well, bless your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So I just thought of those the other day.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help myself.
I mean, things sound really different coming from the black and white community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, it really does. Like, a black person would say, "I saw this motherfucking Asian."
Right.
Or a white person would say, "I saw this Asian motherfucker."
Yeah.
You'd be like, hold on, whoa, hold on, slow down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds a lot different.
No, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So, no, I just the way people express themselves, especially if I can watch it from afar.
Yeah. Oh,
that's my cup of tea. Just saying.
I mean, because I'm like upper tier, like class A1 people watcher, and I love when those moments happen. So I stay vigilant in the airport.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number one place to people watch.
Jeez, tensions are high in airports.
Sheesh.
Places to be, things to do.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah.
It's pretty wild. Favorite airport, Denver. Random.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Anyways, even though they fucked up our flight.
They really did.
Anything else?
I have one more. I have a question for you.
All right.
We could kind of talk about for a second. Do you think that you would be able to recognize your own doppelganger? Someone who looked exactly like you if they were another race?
Yeah, we would be best friends.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
For example, Meryl Streep and Future.
Oh.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
That's a rabbit hole to, like, if you were to start comparing people. I'm just saying.
So, like, do you have any comparisons for Meryl Streep and Future? Or
no, they look alike.
I mean, well, like, yeah.
The nose, those high cheekbones.
You know what? I guess I'd have to see a picture up close to see like how much they look alike. Mm-hmm. But I did see a picture, and it was kind of disturbing. Like the qualities they had. They were so close to each other.
That's our homework for our listeners. You have to go look up a photo of Meryl Streep and Future.
Yeah. Go look up Meryl Streep and Future.
Yeah.
Streep. I was being stupid. I was gonna see if he was gonna catch it.
I heard it, but I was gonna let you go. Okay.
So how would you feel if you met your doppelganger?
I think I'd be kind of freaked out at first.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, I've had people tell me before, you look like this girl that I knew from blah, blah, blah. You know, or you sound like this girl that I've met, you know, wherever. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, initially.
I mean, I get that all the time. Like, if you're a big, bald, black guy, you look like a lot of people. So, right. You know, like, I get that. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know how it would be weird meeting the person that looks like you, you know? Like,
I know.
Especially if you had any similarities. Like, what if she liked Bud Light?
Oh, well, once again, we'd have to be friends. But they tell me, and I'd be like, bring her to me. I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah. All right. Bet. Do you have anything for Hot Topics this week?
I do. I definitely do. Okay, so we started a new show this week. And it's number one on Netflix right now.
That shit is crazy.
Uh-huh. Okay, so guys, we started watching the show Baby Reindeer on Netflix. And I, you know, of course it was on the top 10 list. Out of curiosity, it's number 1, so we had to click it. And it starts off like, I mean, it's not too high tension, but
no.
It keeps you on the edge of your seat though.
It's really good, and I like those movies, those Jordan Peele type horror movies, to where it gets the crowd talking like, "Oh no, don't do that," or "Ooh, girl, don't look around that corner." And this show has a lot of those moments to where you're like, "Oh no,"
or like, "Why would he do that?"
Yeah, and I love that. First of all, the dynamics are crazy, and
I feel like it's just giving us little pieces, little breadcrumbs along the way that eventually are going to be like, oh my God.
You know, at first I thought like, man, this bitch is just crazy. Yeah. You know, but he looked her up and she was an actual lawyer, like really smart, like top of her class.
It seems like so smart that she's like self-destructive. Like,
Yeah.
You
know, first of all, she displays a lot of weird qualities or, you know, like behaviors.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the guy just keeps going on with it. You know, like at every turn of this movie where the normal person would be, no way, I'm out, I'm backing out. Like he goes the opposite way and he dives in. But have you ever had a situation where you think to yourself, I wonder if I would have done this instead of that?
Yeah.
Like this show does everything like, you know, the opposite way. So, I mean, it's so interesting. And as crazy as it may be, you know, like it keeps you roped in. And the crazy part is we haven't even finished it. Like,
no, we only got to the beginning of episode 4.
Oh, yeah. So we still got a lot, you know, like there's like we're still waiting on our oh shit moment.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what's so crazy about it already. Like that it's just so.
Do you think stalkers like that really exist?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I do.
You know what? After watching You, I was like, oh, all right. And then like watching this, I could really see how stalkers could like exist.
Mm-hmm. No, and I don't know what would be worse is if you kind of knew early on that you had a stalker, kind of how she does in Baby Reindeer. I don't know what would be worse if you kind of knew from the jump, or like Joe and You, and it was a lot more concealed and secretive.
Yeah.
And then by the time you realize it,
those are kind of two different types of stalking. Yeah. Okay. Oh, holy shit. Now that you put it like that. Yeah.
I know.
Well, all of it is absolutely crazy, but I do love this show for what it is, and I can't wait to finish it. And, you know, kind of see how it all ends and ties together, because I'm drawn in. And even though the dynamics aren't like ideally like what I like to watch. It's still very much interesting.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to finish it because honestly, who doesn't like a weird show on Netflix?
For real.
You know?
Yeah. They've been, since 2020, they've been having some bangers.
Bangers.
Yeah.
All right. So I won't make it a full topic, but I'll slight touch on it. All right. OJ died.
Yes.
And it happened right after our episode. And we're not laughing because OJ died, but
I'm laughing because the juice is loose.
The juice is officially loose in heaven. If they got Broncos up there, baby, he riding high. So if it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Yeah.
All right.
It's true.
Moving on. Any other hot topics you got? No? All right. So you know what? I think we should talk about Tay Tay dropping the new album.
Yes.
Give me your thoughts on her taking over the fucking country for a whole year. And then right when you think it's all over, she drops a new album.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure NFL is going to have something to do with it. First of all, I haven't heard any of the new songs.
I haven't yet either.
But I did watch a video on mute because I had a lot of other stuff going on.
Okay.
And it was the Fortnite with Post Malone. And I seen it was only out a day and it had like 20-something million views. So
nice.
we'll see what Terry's talking about. I did read some reviews that had some bad things to say about it.
Okay.
It said that it lacked in, like having good lyrics.
Okay.
It says something about eating a chocolate bar and Charlie Puth should be a star or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. The fans were complaining about that. And then they were saying that a lot of songs are starting to become repetitive.
Okay.
I must say to you that I didn't think she was going to drop another album until her and Travis Kelce broke up because, that's the marketing ploy. I don't have anything else. I wish I had more. It kind of seems like I had everything to think about and then we got on here and I don't. But if there's anything that we missed, just be sure to leave them in the comments. Follow us on YouTube, TikTok at Podcast About Nothing 1.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. Outside of that, I appreciate you guys joining in, and I hope you like what we had to say, and have a great night.
All right, see you guys next week.
Peace. Actually, it's this week.
This week.
Peace.
Peace.